Okay, so this costume is terrifying, but not for the reason you think. It's actually terrifying because it has this warning that it could contain lead. And this is a children's Halloween costume. Hi, I'm Alden Wicker. I write about toxic fashion from a science and evidence-based perspective. No fear-mongering, just information you can use to protect your health. So y'all have heard about brands like Shein and Temu and those weird brands on Amazon being caught with lead and high levels of phthalates and other hazardous chemicals in their products. You also should be more concerned about Halloween costumes. They are the ultimate buy once, wear once, trash, sloppy, cheap apparel, and it's actually dangerous, I think, to buy them. I actually contacted Halloween Express about this costume and another children's mask, asking why they would have a Prop 65 lead warning on it, since you're not legally allowed to sell children's products in the United States with lead, and nobody could tell me why this was happening, and the parent company wouldn't respond for comment. And you're probably saying, well, Prop 65 labels are on everything, it doesn't really mean anything. Wrong. Apparel companies specifically do not like having Prop 65 labels on their product. So they're going to try to avoid that. They're going to avoid that by either hoping that nobody tests their products and finds hazardous chemicals, or they're going to actually test their products and make sure those hazardous chemicals are not in there. So if you see a label on an apparel product that says it might have carcinogenic or reproductive toxic chemicals in it, that means they either didn't care enough to even test, or it actually has that in there. Now, to be fair, both Halloween Express and Spirit Halloween say that all their costumes comply with federal regulations. Would you like to know what those federal regulations are? Nothing for adult costumes. They can literally legally put anything on there and it is okay to sell to you. In the past, the Center for Environmental Health has tested these products from Spirit Halloween and Halloween Express, and they have found lead, cadmium, and BPA in these costumes. Dr. Miriam Diamond at the University of Toronto has tested a bunch of children's products. It was actually really cute. She had no idea. She was looking at her data and she was like, I don't know, it says it's an Elsa costume. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a Disney character. And she said it had elevated levels of phthalates in it. In 2022, more Disney children's clothes sold by half a dozen discount retailers were recalled for containing lead as well. And actually, Spirit Halloween and Halloween Express probably do more than those like random brands you find on the internet or those random sellers on Amazon, because they are shipping their products straight to you from the factory and nobody is checking those packages for you, because these brands don't have a big enough presence in the United States to be subject to any sort of Prop 65 testing or to be checked by customs at the border. So I'm gonna say it. These ready-made Halloween costumes are trashy. They look trashy. They are literally trash. And they can also make you sick, give you skin reactions, expose you to reproductive harm or carcinogens. And don't give me the sob story about how you can't afford to buy a nice costume. There is free information on the internet about how to upcycle things that you already have in your home into a costume. You can take a piece of paper and write something funny on it and like put it over a t-shirt and people will laugh. What I like to do is I like to go on Etsy and find an actual maker and buy like one accessory that's handmade by them. And then I'll go through my closet and I'll just find all the rest of this stuff to go with it. So I found a nice little cape, bat cape, and little bat ears from makers in the United States. And then I'm just gonna wear a black bodysuit underneath of it, do my eye makeup, good to go. I hope to see you out Halloween weekend. I'm gonna be in LA. If we see each other, please come show me your costume.